we've been in the Japanese market for quite a number of years now. And that started, we had a distributor, so one of the businesses out of Kyocera. And it came a point where there was a real need for us to invest in the market, to continue to grow it, and also to start to have a direct presence, because we had grown the base to 100 customers, and we needed to be seen to be in the market. And the result of that was a conversation with the distributor, and ultimately the best path forward, as far as everyone was concerned, was that Yellowfin essentially took over the distribution business. So we took that whole team out, we plucked the entire team out, and we started to build the Yellowfin team from there. And that was about 7 people at the time, so we were well into the 20s of people now, and that was 2.5 years ago. And for us, I think people often ask us about, well, how do you be successful in Japan? What are the tricks? And I think the first thing is to be really culturally aware, is to understand how they do business and how they do business differently, and to be open to that. So one of the things that comes up, if you visit Japan a lot, and I go 4 times a year, every year, have been doing that for 10 years, one of the things that comes up a lot when you're doing business in Japan is the Japanese perception of an overseas entity. And literally they say this in meetings all the time, is that you cannot behave like a US entity. And they really, for them, that's their benchmark. They go, if you come in here really arrogant and going, this is how we do business, you won't do business in Japan. That's what makes it really, really hard. If you're open and you think about how they do business, and you meld your business to fit that, then you can become really successful. The second part of that is, we never put in a Western person to run the Japanese team, and a lot of companies do that. Rather, we took Yugo Hayasan, who was in our distribution business, and appointed him to run the business there. And I think that made all the difference in basically, again, how to become more Japanese than Japanese. Is you need someone who understands the culture, who thinks about the team, and who's entirely vested in growing that business. And that's who we have with Yugo. He does a phenomenal job in growing that team and really thinking about the business overall.